Hey guys, it's Kiara. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna have another chat. So I realized, like, on my channel, like, just the videos from like the past videos I've been posting, I've been having I've been doing more like chats than like giving you guys tools or tips on how to, create content. And like we'll get to that, of course, but like I also feel like I don't know. I feel like it's really important to talk about the internal side of things, when dealing with entrepreneurship, because I feel like, in entrepreneurship, being a business owner, like, not only do you have to be equipped to, grow your and scale your business, but I feel like also while doing that, you also have to grow and scale yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, we're just gonna rock out with it. But like, you also have to grow yourself. You have to grow with your business. It made me reflect on like this year and how I've been with my business. And I realized that now I always hear this, I'm sure you've heard this, but like your habits in your personal life spills off into your business. And like, it's one of those things like, yeah, I know, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But like this year really made me like confront that fact. Like, okay, like y'all onto something. I really have to acknowledge this and really like check what habits in my personal life is affecting how I show up in my business. When I think about that, I think about the scripture, to whom much is given, more is required. Luke chapter 12 verse 48, the New King James version. I'm improvising it, but like basically that's what it says. Um and I kept seeing that scripture a lot, constantly, constantly kept hearing it, constantly kept seeing it, more so hearing than seeing it, but like same thing to me. But and at first I didn't really understand how that resonated with me in my current season in my life, right? But then as I, start to, continuously hear it, I'm hearing it more, to more is required of you, 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 more is required of you. With that scripture ingrained in my brain, I started to really look at myself. I started doing like just a scan check of just how I am in life, how I'm showing up, and what needs to be changed. And if I'm being transparent and honest with y'all, like I was trying to finesse my way to where I want to be. And what I mean by that is I'll do the things I need to do while still trying to keep some old habits I have. Putting one foot and doing the things that I need to do to get where I want to do, but while also having another foot uh keeping things that are comfortable for me. So like I'm doing things. I'm developing habits while still trying to keep old habits that's comfortable for me. And I'm realizing that doesn't work, especially when like being in entrepreneurship, because like I said before, that goes off into your business. With doing that reflection, realizing where I was at, I realized, one, I have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like I have to love uncomfortability. And I realized that I have a cycle of going back into being comfortable, just doing things that's comfortable for me. But I realized that that's something I have to break, because if I don't break that, then that's going to show up into my business, and that's not okay. I'm realizing that I can't finesse it no more. I can't wing it no more. Like, in order to reach the place that I want in my personal life, in my business, I'm going to have to prune myself of everything and become a whole new person. I'm going to have to let go of the old version of myself and step into this new version of myself. So I can evolve into who I'm meant to be, to continue to pursue this business and continue to, like, develop in my personal life. We always try to research what we need to do to get to where we want to be as far as in our business, but I think we need to take a step back and really check and scan in our lives the habits that we have, that we also need to check and develop and change as well. Internally, dealing with our habits and how we show up. Because, like, as your business grows, you have to grow too. And then what I'm realizing is, like, this is not going to be a one-time thing, because my business is going to go through multiple shifts. It's going to pivot, and I just feel like the same way a business move is how I'm going to move in my personal life. I'm going to pivot in my life. I may be one way at a certain point, and then I develop and evolve into something else. So, like, I'll give an example for me in regards to, like, habits and, flowing, going into my how my personal life affects my business, or how my personal habits affects my business. So I thrive off of structure and organization. That's what I realize that keeps me afloat. Like, my brain constantly goes a mile a minute. So, like, structure and organization is key to helping me flow a system. And obviously, like, for, like, everybody, yes, but, like, for me, like, I need a system, I need to flow. And so I'm like, okay, I need to create system and processes in my business to kind of help me stay afloat, stay afloat, so I don't get overwhelmed with everything I need to do. And then I kind of thought about it. I started to think about my personal life and how I am with the systems and structures, just as far as, like, my morning routine. And I'm like, how can I expect myself to get the structure and organization I want in my business if I'm not consistent with my routine, with my morning routines? Like, it don't even have to be big. It's just something as small as that, like your routines, like how you operate. I realized, like, dang, like, I can't expect to have structure, the type of structure I want in my business, if I myself don't even have a consistent routine, or a consistent structure of a routine that makes sense to me in my personal life. It's just not going to work, because if I'm all over the place with my routine, doing one routine one day and another routine another day. And I understand, like, when it comes to routines, you have to, like, alternate it depending on, like, what's going on. But, like, if I if I pick up a routine and then drop my routine in my personal life, what makes me think that that won't happen in my business? In this time, I'm really just looking at myself and my habits, um and just really kind of, like, peeping, like, okay, what do I need to change so I can excel in my personal life and my business? They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. And I don't feel like a lot of people talk about that, because I feel like in some cases, like, you can, really do well in your business. But I feel like if you don't keep up with your business as far as changing and just developing and evolving into the person, who's meant to handle this business, if you don't grow with your business, I feel like you're going to fall short. You're not going to be able to keep up, and it's going to crumble with you. Like, when the people say, like, how you manage your finances, it's how you're going to manage your business finances. How you are in your relationships is going to be how you are in your business relationships. It's very true. Everything goes hand in hand. And I'm just, like, in the season where, like, I'm realizing that I have to grow up. um I'm realizing that I have to get uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. And really, I realize I have to make a decision on who I want to be. Do I want to be someone that wants to operate in comfortability and try to change, or do I want to be someone that's going to cut out whatever comforts I have and step into uncomfortability and develop habits or skills or whatever it is that's going to help me evolve into who I'm called to be? In order to get to what I desire, to where God sees me to be, it is required for me to shed the old version of myself. I have to become someone new. I have to become someone new. I can no longer keep my old self and try to hang on to this new version I'm developing into. I can no longer do that, especially because now I'm starting to realize and like I'm stepping into a leadership role, and like starting this YouTube has made me realize that, and I'm just like, okay, you can't finesse your way. You have to make a decision of who you're going to be, who you're going to evolve into. um so yeah, really like think about, okay, if you want your business to be wherever you see, wherever goals you have for your business, wherever you want your business to be, sit and think, okay, what is required of me to get to that point, to get my business to that point? Because like I said, you can have all the marketing strategies, you can have all the A1 funnels, whatever. But like if you're not there on your if your personal if your personal life ain't on the level where your business is, it's just not gonna work out. It's gonna fall short eventually. So yeah, I just encourage you to just like, sit and think about what habits do you have, or what habits do you need to get rid of in order for you to show up for your business in the way that you know you need to, so you can get to where you desire to be. Who do you have to become? What are some areas that you're really comfortable in that you know that you have to step out of and get uncomfortable so you can show up and do what you need to do? Who do you have to become? What habits do you need to drop? Because like I said, whatever you do in your personal life is going to show up in your business. And maybe your customers won't see, maybe the public won't see, but like you'll see. And you'll start to see the effects of that in your business. So I just encourage you, think about it. Think about habits you have that's kind of like hindering you. Sit down, reflect, and write it down and see like, okay, what habits do I have that's hindering me? And not only habits, but mindsets. Because your mindset is important too. I know you've heard this in business. Your mindset is important too. You can have a lot of fears, doubts, negative beliefs that's so rooted in you that you don't even realize that you operating out of that subconsciously. So you really have to sit down and think like, okay, do a body check, do a body scan, do a heart scan, do a scan of your personal life, and really sit and think like, okay, what beliefs do I have? Where's my mindset at? And what are my habits looking like in my personal life? Because I feel like once you get like your personal life and you're on a path of like, just changing and evolving and transforming, it's gonna reflect in your business. So today, guys, thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for listening to my thoughts. I hope this is useful for you. Um, so yeah, guys, thanks for chatting with me. If you have any thoughts or comments, leave it in the comments. As always, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.